Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 52 of the Ken Frederick Podcast, Marvel Netflix predictions. I want to say thank you for watching, listening. If you stumble across us on the interwebs, check us out at kfpodcast.com, Facebook at kfpodcast.com, Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter, and Ken Frederick Podcast on the Instagrams. I got Donald Biordi to my left.
Right.
Justin, I think elephants are cool. Chris John to the right of me.
Yo!
And
I like that you said, thanks for listening and watching and feeling and smelling. Should add all the senses into your intro from now on.
hey,
That was good.
touch us.
Justin, I like elephants. I think elephants are cool, Chris John. All right, Marvel Netflix predictions.
I think they're going to be on the television.
Me too. Well, all right, good night, everybody.
Spit on.
Sunflower seeds.
Oh, it's getting late. All right.
It is. It's fun, though. This will be a good one.
So we got upcoming shows on the Netflix of Iron Fist, The Defenders.
Iron Fist is actually March.
March? I thought something was January.
March 2017 is Iron Fist.
Yep. When's Defenders?
Defenders is like next year around this time, like when Luke Cage came out.
Okay.
2017, the two of them.
And then they're going to do after Defenders, Jessica Jones Season 2, and then The Punisher.
I think those are all 2018.
That's fine.
Those are all confirmed.
So
I wouldn't be surprised if Punisher comes out a little earlier. They're filming it now.
it could be.
Like Jessica Jones, they haven't started filming, but Punisher's filming right now, I guess. So
I actually wouldn't mind seeing them once every quarter, like every 3 months. To get
yeah,
something.
I hate that there's only like 2 a year. I want them out like
Yeah.
Quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at their Netflix series
Are you?
Wikipedia page.
I thought you were looking at the I Love Elephants page.
And one thing here...
Let's tell that real quick so people know what we're talking about. In between while we're doing these podcasts, Justin tells us a story of an elephant saving this guy's
swimming
life.
in a river, yeah.
Swimming in a river.
But
elephant,
he didn't need saved.
didn't need it
I just
saved.
thought it was a cute YouTube video.
and he tells us the video, and I was like, yeah, I saw that. That was cool how the elephant flew out, swam out to get him, and then we're just sitting there talking, and then he goes, yeah, you know, I think elephants are cool. Anyway.
It was so nonchalant.
And I said that should be on Justin's tombstone. Is Justin Christian, quote, I think elephants are cool, end quote. But anyway, back to this. What were you saying, Elephant Boy?
Little disappointing. According to the Wikipedia page, The Defenders is only going to do 8 episodes.
Yeah, it's not being on.
Yeah, and you know what? It doesn't need it. I felt like Luke Cage didn't need 13 episodes.
Yeah, Luke
They could have
Cage-
wrapped that out in 4.
Yeah.
I'm actually shocked that it's 8 episodes. I heard originally it was only supposed to be like 4.
Yeah, miniseries,
Yeah,
like 4
something
episodes.
something real
It was
quick.
supposed to be like a movie, and they were going to do it over like a couple episodes, like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So 8, I mean, it's an 8-hour movie, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Write the time down, Justin.
Right in your elephant ass.
So,
And there you go. All right.
so what are our thoughts? Are Iron Fist is going to be like?
I think Iron Fist is going to be one of the most unique ones that they do.
It's going to be a lot of kung fu fighting.
Kung Fu fighting, it's the first one to really show. I mean, Luke Cage did superpowers showing that he's bulletproof skin. This is going to be the first one using some real special effects.
Yeah, some CGI is going to need to be involved.
I mean,
with this
I
Iron
saw him
Fist.
doing the fist already, glowing
Yeah.
it and all that. So you're going to see a little bit more of the supernatural world and where he gets his power from and all that stuff.
Yep, I agree.
So I think it'll be. I think they saved it for last as to like give you everything before. Now they're giving you the most out there of them.
I think it's the same way they were doing Doctor Strange. Like Doctor Strange is like the kind of towards the end of this Marvel pantheon of movies.
Yeah.
Because it's the most far fetched and it's going to be the most
Right.
fantastical.
Yeah.
And I-
Fantastical?
Yeah, it's in the dictionary.
All right.
And I think that's what they're going to do the same thing with Iron Fist. He's like the most, special.
Yeah, he's the most unique.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know who his villains are going to be. They haven't really said.
Well, that old lady's going to be in it because
Is that-
from Daredevil because she's tied.
Madame Zhao?
Yeah, something like that.
So he's going to be fighting like the Hand.
Yeah, I would assume something like that. Either the Hand or whoever that drug.
The Foot.
Yeah, the foot. The
Drug
shin.
dealers, stuff like that.
Yeah, he'll be.
Does Iron Fist have like a major villain? I don't read a lot of Iron Fist.
No, but I think they're getting a lot of this from the Brubaker run, where it was like Iron Fist and the 12 something or others. So there were going to be a lot of other
12 something or others.
I don't know. It was a lot of.
I got you.
Stuff.
Okay.
I'm not a huge Iron Fist fan.
Yeah, we said before in the last podcast we're more of a Heroes for Hire.
Yeah, I like them together.
Yeah, they're better together.
Yeah.
Now, is he going to be rich like he is in? Because Danny Rand owns Rand Technologies or whatever. They were like
he owns Rand Industries.
Rand Industries. He had some money. He wasn't like Tony Stark rich, but he had.
Does he have siblings in the comic? Because I thought it was. He owned the company with like at least a sister or something.
I don't know.
And when he comes back, they're like, "Oh well, it's nice that you could come back." Like I thought I remember reading something about that in the beginning.
But I think they're going to go a route where he was like in an accident and they thought he was dead. And he's going to show up. It's going to be the Bruce Wayne Green Arrow situation where he was like, raised as a child in the Himalayas, taught how to do this from a certain race of monks.
Yeah, and
then he's going to like. Finally come back because whoever killed his monks are probably going to be in New York, and that's why he goes back home.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they do some stuff where he can't reveal his true identity to fight whoever, and then at the end he gets cleaned up.
So you think he's not going to be in the Iron Fist suit till like the end?
No, I think it's going to be exactly like Daredevil, where he's like just in like...
The payoffs at the end.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be in that same homeless garb he was been wearing since Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And
he got blown up in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, the payoff's going to be... Do you think Daredevil's guy who makes some suits will make this suit for him?
No, I think he's just going to have a white... He might... I don't know. Maybe.
He's going to go with the white one or the green?
Yeah.
He'll just have a karate gi.
I think the new thing is like that white costume, the white shirt with the long dragon logo, and then the yellow sash around his face.
He has a tattoo on his chest.
Yeah.
So you think he'll wear the mask and all that?
Yeah, I would assume that he'd wear the mask.
And his weird slip-on shoes that...
Yeah.
I don't know how they stay
Kung
on your
Fu
feet.
slippers.
You're doing Kung Fu slippers when you're fighting.
That's part of the technique.
So I just looked up a couple villains that are...
Oh, I thought you were looking up porn.
Yeah.
Always you think I'm looking up porn on the internet during the podcast. I do that later. A couple of the villains that are common in Iron Fist's history.
Jitsu
that
from He-Man.
Yeah. but some of these I recognize they've already had a version of somewhere in the Marvel Universe. Like Batroc the Leaper.
Oh, Batroc the Leaper.
He was in Civil War. Not Civil War. He was in Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
I like that he gave me the finger.
Malekith was the leader of Thor.
Well, I didn't know he fought that guy. That's weird.
That's weird.
Bullseye was in the Daredevil terrible movie before, but and then we've got Blackout, who is a weird zombie-looking dude that wears the big slash hat.
Yeah, but he's a '90s character. He's like he fought Ghost Rider a lot.
Okay.
And sucked all the energy out. I actually think he was in a Ghost Rider movie.
He may have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we have Mysterio,
the Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, they won't do him.
Black Mamba is
it's Kobe Bryant. So he's gonna fight Kobe Bryant.
That'd be great.
Master Khan, which if he's fighting Madame Zhao and
Master Khan is related to Cobra Khan.
Yeah. Okay.
Another He-Man
which
villain.
is the cousin of the Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Which is his late
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
What about a body base?
I think you could quit reading this long ass list
because we're just going to keep making fun of it.
Steel Serpent.
Oh, Steel Serpent.
Yeah, Steel Serpent.
Watch your eye. Here comes the Steel Serpent.
Razor Fist, who looks like Jitsu.
All right. All right, that's enough. Quit reading that list.
Let's move on.
Let's move on to the Defenders. Defenders comes out sometime next year. We
didn't even talk if Luke's going to be in the show.
Oh, yeah. Do you think Luke's will be in the show?
Nope. On to the Defenders.
I think he will.
I don't think he's going to be.
Why?
Because.
Why are we talking about fast?
I don't think he is either, because the first seasons of each of the shows, they haven't had any kind of...
I think this one's going to be different. He's going to cameo at the end.
Maybe
He's going to bang Danny Rand's sister?
He is. He's going to bang Danny Rand.
Oh, did we just become best friends? I guess you're in my butthole.
Something's going to... Damn it.
Make me do that, Don Muirty.
No, I'm not. All right, let's move on to the Defenders. So, Defender-wise, next year around this time, we'll have that show, hopefully. How do you think they're going to all come together?
I think they're going to kill Night Nerds. No.
We already established in the last episode it'll be a gangbang of some sort. But.
Oh, jeez. We can't do these this late. It just turns into
it turns silly. I think the number one step's going to be that Daredevil or Matt Murdock's going to get Luke Cage out of whatever trouble he's in.
I think that's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
I think Luke Cage is going to get Daredevil out of prison. Heroes for Hire will always be set up with. Wait a minute, Daredevil going to get Luke Cage out of jail? Yeah. Prison?
Yeah. You're
Did
right.
I say it backwards?
Yeah.
You're right. We know what you mean.
We'll mess up in that. And then when he comes up, because it'll be Night Nurse is already set up Heroes for Hire with Misty Knight and Colleen
for
Wing.
Luke to come
back to.
Yeah.
And then whatever's going on may tie into, they have to bring in Iron Fist somehow.
Yeah.
Because then Jessica Jones, it all depends on how the Night Nurse ties into the Iron Fist storyline.
Yeah. How would they do with her there? Because, like you said, I don't want to see, if it's only 8 episodes, I don't want to see 4 or 5 or 6
where they're having to come together,
trying to come together, and then finally they're together, and we get like a 1-episode payoff.
Yeah, I actually would like to see because Jessica Jones isn't that powerful. She's strong.
She can,
but clearly Luke Cage is the big dude of the show.
Yeah,
I like to see something happening where Heroes for Hire is getting kind of beat up, and Daredevil can't really help because whatever superpowers stopping them.
Yeah.
And then Luke Cage finally gets there from Georgia because everyone just drives from New York to Georgia in the Luke
all
Cage
the time.
show.
Yeah.
And he drives up and he's just all right. And then he now they start forming the team.
Yeah, and get with Iron Fist and everything.
Yeah.
Now, how about this announcement that Sigourney Weaver is going to be the main villain?
Is she going to be the main villain?
That's what they said at Comic-Con, at the New York Comic-Con.
Yeah. Now, is she the main villain? Is the fact that they're going to fight her, or is she going to be the mastermind of it?
They brought everybody out, and they were and then they introduced Sigourney Weaver. Now, one of the rumors going around was that Sigourney Weaver was going to play Mephisto, and Mephisto was supposed to be the main villain of which I think Mephisto is way too powerful to be a Defenders villain.
Yeah.
And then someone said, well, no, she's going to be Mephisto's daughter.
But who's that?
Some demon.
Blackfart.
Yeah, Blackfart. Some demon chick, and it's going to be a supernatural kind of villain. She's going to be some sorceress.
But I don't want that. That.
Well,
team,
do you think that they care what Ken Frederick wants?
They're going to.
Do they listen to this podcast?
They better, because here's what it's going to be. You're going to fall victim to the Suicide Squad thing, where you have a villain that doesn't seem right for who the people are.
I was just about to say that. I'm going to give you a kiss.
Things just got weird.
It's going to be a Suicide Squad.
Too much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why do you want to do that? What they should do is they should do Masters of Evil for that. And they could have a bunch of villains that are already established and fight them. Because
I don't want somebody supernatural. I wouldn't mind even if she is some evil crime boss or works for the government or something, and I don't want her. I don't know why she has to be a demon, or if she is some kind of witch. I don't want her super powerful.
Yeah.
That it doesn't make sense and it turns into the Suicide Squad fighting that stupid idiot that they did.
Yeah. What's the point of it? And how do you defeat that?
Yeah. How would 4 people with that power set even come anywhere near anybody related to Mephisto?
A blind guy, a strong woman, and a guy with glowing fists.
No one come anywhere near it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And for all the people who are going to yell at me later on in the comments, it's Madame Gao, not Madame Zhao.
You really think people are going to comment?
People think that we get shit wrong all the time.
Yeah. Wow.
Madame Mugu by Guy Pan, or whatever her name is. Call her whatever the f*** you want to call her. But anyways, I don't... I'm skeptical of this casting. I wish that she would actually come and show up as
Well, they haven't said officially what she is. Those are just rumors.
Yeah.
She is definitely the villain, but they haven't said who she's playing. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to do another podcast about it once we find out who it is.
Maybe she can just be Zol.
Yeah, maybe they'll fight Zol. Still too powerful for them. But, I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't. That's. I agree with you. I don't want to see them fight one person. I'd like to see them fight a group, so you can see how they interact as a team.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to see a team of superheroes fighting people, just like they gave you the payoff in Avengers 1, where they're teaming up, and it's Daredevil jumping over Luke Cage, and Luke Cage knocking him down and clanging new people together and throwing him an Iron Fist. And
it would be great because you could have Kingpin come out of jail, recruit Diamondback, to be one of his henchmen, because it's like he's trying to reunite the city under his rule of like gangsters.
Yeah.
And then like maybe they all get beat up, so he calls in Bullseye as an assassin, and you finally get to see Bullseye, and you get a payoff with like a Bullseye fight.
I kind of feel like if they're going to do Bullseye, they're going to save him for season 3 of Daredevil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't,
because it's coming. It's I think 2018.
I don't know. It's just.
I mean, I agree with you. Bullseye would be cool, but I think they'll save him for a payoff on season 3 of Daredevil. But maybe Kingpin will be involved. I don't know. It would be smart.
Yeah, I don't want some weird. But I guess if you want to save all these villains for their individual shows, but that's kind of what was fun about that level set of the Marvel Universe. When you get to like, whenever you were reading off all the Iron Fist villains, the mostly corporates, we were saying everyone else that they're based from.
Yeah.
New York villains that are ground level and C and D rate villains are great because they would pop up in everyone's book.
Yeah.
Like Rhino would fight Spider-Man, and like you would fight because he would be everywhere.
Rhino fought the Silver Surfer in a couple of his comics.
Yeah.
He's like
talk about a power differential.
Well, he could be anywhere. I mean, they would pop him in anywhere.
Rhino fought the Hulk because the Rhino went West Coast for a while, and he kept running into the Hulk.
Yeah.
But that's what was fun about Marvel. Like, I want to see these villains interact with different people.
Yeah, I don't think you have to save them. Like, we're saving him for this episode, for this season.
Yeah.
Like, he can be in that and that, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm fine with that. You don't need to save it for some big...
introduce him here as, one scene in one, like, even just a cameo, and then bring him back for a full season thing.
Right.
What if they did this? Hold on to your britches.
Let's hold on. Go ahead.
What if they did some kind of, like, Sinister Six type, and they used Spider-Man villains, and Spider-Man showed up in the Defenders?
That would be great, but I don't know if they'll do it.
That kid's young. He's not doing anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how their movie rights go. I think it would be great.
Yeah.
Because these are people that Spider-Man, I think, should interact with.
I think these people should show up in the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, they're perfect for Spider-Man movies. I mean, they are people that would be his allies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They are his friends. They are people that he runs in circles with, I mean, how Jessica Jones, when they introduced her mythology, she went to school with Peter Parker.
And had the hots for him.
Yeah, but I mean, she's older than him now to be.
Yeah, they can't do that. But like whenever, like nowadays in the book, when they first whenever Peter took his mask off in Avengers Tower because she was there because her and Luke were married. She's like, "Oh my God, Peter Parker had a crush on you," and Luke gets jealous. And it's fun.
Yeah, it's good. And in Spider-Man and Daredevil, they have great interactions.
Oh yeah.
Daredevil's always been kind of like a mentor guide to him, That would be good. That would be good to see.
Yeah.
So what do you think about, moving on from the Defenders after that? Like Jessica Jones season 2, anybody you want? I don't really know. I don't really care about a Jessica Jones season 2.
I don't care at all. It's all.
I don't know who else they could do other than they did the Purple Man stuff. I don't know what more you could do with her other than put her in Heroes for Hire.
That's why I think some of this stuff intertwines so tightly. Like, if you're going to have Jessica Jones and Luke Cage is going to be through the whole thing because it's probably going to be developing there. Maybe it's another reason, too, why not to have a solo Luke Cage. You have Luke Cage and Jessica Jones Series 2 and have their romance where they fall in love.
Unless she's fighting that, what's his name? Jack Flag or whatever the guy
Nuke.
Nuke. Unless she's fighting Nuke.
Maybe.
Which, I mean, I've kind of already
could be
seen
tied
that,
into. But
I feel like they served her purpose in that show.
I honestly,
the Purple Man stuff and what she did, I really don't feel like there's much to depth to that character.
There's really not.
I never really, other than her little detective agency, I've never really been a big fan. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, I mean, I liked the show, but you're right. I don't see where they go from there other than her joining a team.
Yeah. Or she's part of Heroes for Hire. Like, is that, or maybe she doesn't like them, and then like that's where they kind of get involved together. And,
yeah,
I don't know.
She better not be moping in a Defenders movie either.
She's going to be moping, and it's going to be annoying. She's going to bring that entire movie down.
Now, what about Punisher?
In a perfect world, I'd love to see Punisher in the West Coast. I think Punisher. You can't have Punisher in New York right now because of all the other superheroes.
Right, yeah, there's too much going on.
Unless he's like in Jersey and he's like going places.
Yeah, I think he needs to be somewhere completely different.
Yeah.
You know what I thought about this? I was thinking about this when I was taking notes.
But what are you thinking about it?
I was thinking about it. Is I wouldn't mind seeing Punisher almost hunting down, introduce another Marvel character, another vigilante.
Yeah.
And he's like hunting them down to introduce that character to span off to keep spinning off in the other realms.
Like Moon Knight.
like Moon Knight, Night Watch. I don't know any of these like Sleepwalker. I mean, just naming like, they could make these characters cool.
Yeah.
Some way. Night Thrasher. Someone.
Yeah. Speedball.
Any of the New Warriors. Yeah. Anybody like that. I mean, anyone. Someone that was like...
Someone there they think is getting murdered by this vigilante.
Morbius.
Morbius would be great because he actually does kill people.
Yeah, and it's like he finds out about him because, like, I feel like he already did his vengeance thing for his family.
Yeah.
He already was killing crime bosses. He already went through that. I don't really want a whole nother season of he just keeps killing crime bosses. I wouldn't mind if there was a little bit of that, but also like, this other guy's killing people, but you realize he's a good guy too, and, kind of like reverse of it.
I think what's going to pull him back for Defenders is the Wilson Fisk tie-in, though.
You think he's going to be in Defenders?
I do.
I think he's going to do the Steve Buscemi and kill someone from the rooftop and then wink and put on lipstick and leave.
We already done that. I love it.
But
so here's a good subject, and I thought this would be interesting to talk about. What do you think would make good future Netflix shows? You know a lot of these characters. You've read comics for years. Who do you think they could do and it would be really cool?
Off the top of my head, I hate the character, but people love it. Moon Knight would be great.
I agree.
He's
like a television Batman.
He would be. He's as we would call it, house show Batman.
Yeah.
I think he's cool. I read him when I went through the...
Stealing comic books on the internet?
Yeah, when I read the entire... Civil War. When I read the Civil War storyline.
You can see Ken's face when he says that. So straightforward, so deadpan, but so funny. Go ahead.
So did you like him as a character?
Yeah, I thought he was weird, but I thought he was kind of cool.
All the moon-related things are...
it's so
the
annoying.
moon, the crescent moon bat plane, the crescent moon motor stuff. It's kind of over the top, but he's cool looking, and he is schizophrenic.
The schizophrenic might play out well, and they could do it because there was a storyline where he thought he was teaming up with Cap, Spider-Man, and Wolverine, but it was him playing the roles of all of them, and he was like going crazy. He's like, "That's right, Spider-Man," and he would like punch like Spider-Man would, and he like, and it was just crazy, and everyone's like, "What is going on?" Yeah, he would like stab. It was really crazy.
Moon Knight's good.
Yeah, so I would do Moon Knight. Cloak and Dagger would be great.
They're trying to do Cloak and Dagger, right?
Yeah, they're trying to do this on a family network.
Yeah, whatever.
But you can't do Cloak and Dagger on a family network unless you change the entire mythos of them because they were they were drug heads and they took experimental drugs and they got their powers that way. So you have to change them. So how do you do that? I think that Ghost Rider would be great on Netflix, but
if you do Ghost Rider, would you do Robbie Reese from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show?
Yes, but if this was Ken Frederick master planned in it, I would use Robbie Reyes to do a second hour. Instead of doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'd do Agents of Darkhold and do all the spiritual stuff together. Okay. I would have Ghost Rider tracking down the Darkhold pages or whatever and incorporating Morbius and Cloak and Dagger, you could say, or some like Inhumans or whatever else. Night Watch. You could tie in a lot of characters that way.
I think Blade would be cool.
Blade would be cool if they talked about the way they were going to do a book. They were going to do a follow-up book where Blade is training his daughter who has the same powers. You could have Wesley Snipes be Blade.
And what is he doing right now that he can't come and do a Blade Marvel show?
I mean, that could even tie into Punisher because Punisher and Blade have been together a lot because of just whatever tied them in, storylines together. I feel like Netflix has to be gritty, and that's most of the gritty characters. I mean, I wouldn't want to get into like Fool Killer and some other ones because they're stupid.
They are dumb. I have one that I thought would be good.
Oh,
do you remember when the female comic? I forget what it was called now, but where they teamed up Misty Knight with Valkyrie.
That was all New Defenders, and it was an all-female cast. Yeah,
I think Misty and they introduced Valkyrie, who's Asgardian.
Yeah,
and she carries a sword around. I think their comic together with the two of them together was good because they were almost like a Heroes for Hire kind of group.
They were,
and Valkyrie carried that big giant sword around and was real rough. And, she was like the lesbian of the group and all this weird stuff.
And she was like a dude, like, he would just grab chicks and start, like, making out with them. Because she's like...
Misty'd be like, you can't do that. They'd be, like, in a place that she'd pull a sword out and be cutting people's heads off. And I think they would work in a show together. Because you would tie in the Asgard stuff. You look like you were... Something's wrong here.
No, not something's wrong. Something's brewing. I'm wondering if they could change it. could they bring Lady Sif in and do something like that with Lady Sif?
I don't want Lady Sif. I want Valkyrie.
I know, but I'm just thinking.
Because I like Valkyrie.
Because I like cheese.
Well, she's good. She's her own character. You can leave Lady Sif wherever you want.
Well, Lady Sif's getting tattooed and has her own show on the NBC now.
I think they would make for an interesting show.
I don't know if they would pull Asgardian into...
they talk about it all the time.
They do.
You know what I mean? And it's a mythos. It's an easy one to do where she doesn't fly. She doesn't have a magic hammer that flies around. She just carries a sword. I know she does have the horse and all that, but you don't have to incorporate that.
She's the Pegasus horse that rides
You know what I mean? She's just really strong and really tough. She's a toned down female Thor that you could pull off in Netflix realm.
Well, if you do that, do you just do an Inhuman show?
Maybe. Here's my second one. Hear me out on this one.
Oh,
I think a good Netflix show that would be really interesting would be She-Hulk.
She-Hulk would be good.
As a lawyer, you do the whole lawyer thing where you could have cameos galore of people that she's trying to get off, like criminals. Yeah, that came out weird. As a defense lawyer, she's like this one guy, she's defending him, defending this person. You could tie Matt Murdock in with all that. And then you could do the CGI where she hulks out and is fighting local stuff. Because She-Hulk's never going to get her own movie.
No,
you know what I mean? Hulk can't even get another movie. She-Hulk ain't going to get it.
Yeah.
And I find her interesting,
Because she's like embraced by the public because she's a Hulk, but she's not crazy.
Yeah. Now, but do you have her big and green when she's in court defending people? Or?
No, because it's too much CG. It's too much expense.
She can change at will.
But you can almost do like Law and Order with She-Hulk.
Boom, boom.
I'm serious. You can. You can almost do like Marvel, a lawyer show.
As long as Ice-T's in it, I'll watch it.
Yeah, totally. It would work, I think.
Yeah.
And then you have the CGI a little bit at the end where she songs up punching a car and doing all that stuff, and
she punches the screen and the whole thing rumbles.
Yeah,
throws somebody dressed like a cat
into a hot dog cart. Yeah. So those are mine. I think those would work.
I actually like the idea of She-Hulk, and also too, everything's so dark. She would have a brighter image too.
It wouldn't be those Netflix shows where when it goes all dark, I can't even see what's going on. Especially when I'm watching at night and I have all the lights off in my. I'm like, what the hell? I got to turn the lights on and get close to the screen to see what's going on.
Oh man,
She-Hulk would be good. I like Morbius too. I think he would be interesting.
Yep,
the whole vampire lore and all that stuff.
I agree.
Well, there you go.
All
Stay
right.
tuned to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
Please.
I think we'll have lots to talk about with all the. I like the Netflix stuff. So.
Yeah, I agree. All right, guys, please like, share, subscribe, invite.
Later.
See you.
Bye bye.